How come
Yeah.
you've never mentioned what it was like to ride on the equally famous Space Precinct police bike?
Right. There's a very good reason for that, but carry on.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
perhaps that reason is because it never existed.
Exactly.
Or did it?
No, it didn't, no. Or did it?
Or did it? Or maybe?
Go on.
When Vivid Imaginations launched their Space Precinct toy line for Christmas 1995, the range included an impressive lineup of 12 action figures and a police cruiser toy to scale with the figures. It was very cool that you
Yes.
pop your Orin in a cruiser.
Absolutely right, yes. Who wouldn't want to do that?
And very nice it was to play with on Christmas morning. I did. Especially if you got the one from Woolworths that came pre-packaged with a bonus
Officer Orin toy.
figure.
I
Yes,
know, yeah.
Obviously, they overran that production line, couldn't get rid of them. However, if you look at the other action figure lines of that era, let's say, for example, Star Wars,
Oh, right,
the
yeah.
lesser known of the sci-fi
Were there
franchises.
Star Wars figures?
Never
I
heard
don't
of them. You'll often find the range has a big deluxe vehicle that every kid wants, such as the Millennium Falcon or
Right.
Luke Skywalker's X-Wing,
Oh, yeah.
sold alongside a much smaller and less exciting one, say Luke's Land Speeder, that crucially is cheaper than the first, so that fans on a budget could also afford a vehicle for their figures.
A good idea.
Yeah, but Space Precinct didn't really have another regular vehicle that could hit that lower price point, unless you count the Hopper. But who wants a toy Hopper? Because, well, it's not much smaller than the Cruiser anyway, and it was a bit ugly.
Oh, you see, I liked the Hopper.
Well,
Why did you say that?
you're in the minority. So bearing that in mind, Vivid took a look at other vehicles seen in the series and came up with the idea of making a toy based on the pizza delivery bike.
That's right.
Seen in the episode Double Duty, famously being driven by...
Idris Elba.
Idris Elba,
Stuff like
absolutely.
pizza,
Now, rather than make a pizza delivery bike toy with the accompanying Idris Elba action figure, no doubt, although that would have been very collectible today, I should think.
Yes, wouldn't it?
This toy would instead be rebranded as a DCPD police bike toy, capable of holding a single figure and firing the all-important spring-loaded missile from the front. And Vivid got approval from the Space Precinct team to create the toy of this non-existent DCPD bike.
Could I just say, I do like the sound of a spring-loaded pizza.
I thought so too. That's why. It's very creative,
Absolutely.
very fun. However, eagle-eyed viewers of Space Precinct will have spotted that the DCPD police bike actually does turn up in a couple of later episodes.
What?
As there's one parked in the cruiser bay in the episodes Takeover and Friends.
Parked, right, okay.
Parked, resting. You never see it in action, but it is there nonetheless. Now, whether that's the modified version of the toy or the original pizza delivery bike reworked as a nod to the toy, we may never know.
No, we won't.
But there we have what must be a fairly unusual instance of a company making a toy line for a TV series deciding to create a vehicle that doesn't actually appear in the series, only for people making the series to then actually say, yes, we'll sink that vehicle into the series in order to justify the toy.
Yes, that's true. I hadn't thought of that.
That's the tail wagging the dog, isn't it?
It really is, yes. I didn't know it actually made an appearance in the show.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
So, Podsterons, can you think of any other examples where the toy has driven something in the show itself? I mean, I can't.
No.
But you probably can. So we'd love to hear from you. Podcast@gerryanderson.com if you have any suggestions. Or even any made-up ones.
Oh, right, really?
You know, as in, a toy from a show that never existed that actually then would also have been quite cool if it appeared in the show.
What, like Star Cruiser?
Like Star Cruiser, yes.
There's an example.
Yeah. No, I was more thinking, like some kind of crazy Mr. On mothership, which never appeared in classic or new Captain Scarlet, but would have been a great toy. And then they go, God, that should appear in the series.
That's right. I see what you mean.
You know what I mean? That sort of thing.
Yeah,
Just you with me now?
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah. You see, I'm one of the very few lucky people in the world to have had an action figure made of them.
Yes.
Aren't I? Even though you can't really tell it's
I wonder
me.
what percentage of all human beings ever to have lived have had an action figure made of them.
Vanishingly small.
And what percentage of those have had an action figure made of them where you can't actually tell it's them?
And what percentage of those people actually have an action figure version of themselves with their character's head and another character entirely's body?
Gosh.
As I have at home.
I think you might be the only person
Amazing.
to ever have lived to
and
experience
that's why
that.
I really liked that fab fact.
Amazing. Well, there you go.